First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Here's Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
They're running it. 15. Alpha.
Mahomes now to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep, Danny Amendola. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Play action. Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 32-yard line. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line. They'll run with McKesson. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 16-yard line. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing is Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 7 yards there and a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Stafford. And that is intercepted by the All-Pro safety, Eddie Jackson. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye, Mike Daniels, in for the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring 59.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. J.D. McKissick, his first touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Prater for the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. A big seam, and he might go all the way. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Officially, that goes down as a kick return of 107 yards. What a run, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy You give him the green light no matter where he fields it in the end zone, and in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it, and you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone, and that's exactly why he did.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down. Stafford now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Now Johnson. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 2nd and 11 now, Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That was very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
On 1st down, it's Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now here's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. To throw is Stafford. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for 28 yards. From the gun, Stafford. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Again, it's Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That off
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The final shot before the break. Stafford. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this is taken about 7 yards deep. Shedding through the defense. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Mahomes now on first down. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Mike, 58, right there.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. But he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Stafford now to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes, he's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 28, and he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will get him one closer. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage. This time a sack.
Hey, 58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Hey, easy. 58, boy. Gonna have
3rd and long. It's Stafford. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They're on to the second half now down in Miami. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
43. Check. 45.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mahomes. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Devon Kennard gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Yellow. All right, go. Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic. Here we go. Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic. You got nothing to run.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Will Harris, the rookie from Boston College, who picked it. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Stafford. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A gain there of 30 big ones. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And it's caught. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The shotgun snap for Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, but now it's 3rd and goal. This is 3rd and goal, this Chiefs defense. They're giving it all they got.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
Check 4. Real right, 22. Hey, 5-0. 58's the mic. 58's the smooth. Hey, we got to get to the ball, T. We got to get to the...
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again.
He's got a man complete. The 40. Past the 20. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 99 yards. as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Stafford. And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Squeeze. Check that.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 30. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
I'm going to run you over. Bravo! Mike!
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Yellow. Arsenal 80. Here we go. 40's Mike.
Mahomes to throw once more. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is
but
one of our guys.
She's singing too.
Oh, she's
on like the 5th tune.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of...
And now here is another interception. Picked up by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Mahomes gives to Hunt. Heck of a move and then brought down near the 23. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the
Switch up, switch up.
Second and 2
Easy.
at the 24-yard line.
51 the mic, boys, 51. Hey, watch the lane.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hunt sliding out of the pocket. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tavon Wilson.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. Stafford on 1st down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
He sets to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. Johnson's got it complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. That's always puzzled me a little bit.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Lions' 32-yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chiefs, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll drop down to 1-3. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's